Let's just imagine for a moment that you are an Uber driver. You have just accepted a trip across the Thames. Your passenger wants to get from Woolwich to North Woolwich. You have a choice. You can either head towards the Blackwall tunnel, or you can drive your car straight onto the ferry. And here is the crazy part. Woolwich Ferry is completely free, but is free actually cheaper? Is it actually faster? And if you are doing a ride hailing for a living, could this short crossing actually save you money or cost you valuable walking time? Today on Ride Hustle, we are going inside the Woolwich Ferry. And because I actually drove onto this ferry myself, I'm going to show you exactly what happens. From loading the cars to sailing the ferry, the maneuvers, the crossing, unloading, and most importantly, what this means for an Uber driver. If you are new here, this is the channel where we look at the reality behind ride hailing in the UK. Earnings, expenses, fuel, mileage, strategy, and the little things that make or break your day as a driver. And today's episode is slightly different. We are not talking about an Uber app. We are not talking about surge. We are not talking about infrastructure. Because if you are a driver, you will agree with me that time is money. Every extra mile driven costs you fuel and depreciation. And every minute you are sitting in traffic is a minute that you are not earning. So when Transport for London, TfL, gives you a free way to cross the Thames, the obvious question is, should private hire vehicle drivers be using it? This is the Woolwich Ferry. It connects Woolwich on the south side of the Thames with North Woolwich on the north side. You can bring your cars, your vans, lorries onto the ferry. The cyclists and pedestrians can use it too. And the biggest attraction for ordinary road user is there is no ferry fare. It's free for all. Yep, that is right. But for somebody who spends the entire day behind the wheel, that immediately gets my attention. Now, here is where things get interesting. The Woolwich Ferry isn't simple one boat going backwards and forward all day. During its weekday two-vessel operation, two ferries can walk the crossing at the same time. And if you watch closely, you will notice something. While one ferry is arriving, the other can be walking from the opposite side. Think of it like a very simple transport system. One vessel serves one side, the other vessel serves the other side. And the objective is to reduce the amount of time you are sitting at the terminal waiting for the next crossing. From a ride-hailing perspective, that is very important. Because the real cost isn't necessarily the price of the crossing. The real cost is waiting. Now, this is the part I found particularly interesting. Watch how the ferry loads. The traffic marshals, I believe that is what they are called. Please correct me if I'm wrong. They line up the cars, vans, and lorries before boarding begins, and also get them to come forward when they start loading. All vehicles are positioned properly on the deck, and pedestrians and cyclists are accommodated. Once the loading process is complete, the ferry has to be secured before it can depart. For me, as a driver, this is where the calculation changes. I'm not simply asking Is the ferry free? I'm asking, how long am I going to be here? Because if I spend 20 minutes waiting for a ferry, that isn't free, is it? You have paid for it with your time. Now, this is where today's video gets a little more personal. I actually had the opportunity to drive my car onto the ferry, traveling from Woolwich to North Woolwich. So, rather than just standing outside telling you what it's like, let's actually do it. You can see the cars ahead of me entering. I'm driving onto the ferry, and once you are on board, you realize just how unusual this is for London. You are literally sitting in your car in the middle of the Thames. And for a driver who spends most of the day looking at London through the wide screen, that is actually quite a nice change. The loading is complete. The vehicles are now secured on the ferry. And now comes the maneuver. This is one of those things you don't really think about when you are simply using ferry as a passenger. But once you are filming it, you start appreciating how much coordination is happening behind what looks like a very simple journey. A road vehicle has arrived at the terminal. It's been loaded onto a vessel. The vessel secures itself. It maneuvers away from the terminal, crossing the Thames, and then has to repeat the whole process in reverse. Now, let's talk about time. This is where I want to be very careful, because there is a difference between actual movement of the ferry and the total journey time for a driver. The boat crossing itself can look surprisingly quick, but the real journey includes arriving at the terminal, waiting, loading, securing the vessel, crossing, maneuvering the other terminals, unloading, and finally getting back onto the road. The whole experience took me about 35 minutes from point A to point B in a free flow conditions, compared with around 11 minutes for the Blackwall tunnel route. So let's be honest, the ferry isn't automatically the fastest option, and that is exactly why this is interesting for drivers. If you are driving for Uber, you have to think differently from someone simply taking a day trip. You are running a business and your vehicle is your workplace. Now, I want to hear from you. If you are an Uber driver, private hire driver, taxi driver, or even just London motorist, have you ever used Woolwich Ferry? And if you have used it for work, did it actually save you time or money? Let me know in the comments. If you found this episode useful and interesting, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Remember, hustle, not the finish. Until next time, drive safe, stay smart, and I shall see you in the next episode.